enough because, you know, there's just so many units to upgrade. There's just there's a lot of upgrade paths. But if you're going mainly biological, you need to get those 2 engineering bays down and just start researching. It's already bad enough that a Zealot will just destroy a Marine in a one-on-one fight, assuming it has charge. But he really lost out when he was fighting 1-1 versus 3-1.
The Marine does 6 damage with +1 weapons that would make it 7 damage. But then the Zealot has 3 shields, so if that Marine's only doing 4 damage, it's not a lot of damage. And then with Guardian Shield, the Marine's only doing 2 damage to a Zealot. There's no way you're going to beat a unit if you're doing 2 damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to be casting ClassicK versus Twix. Pretty sure we casted both these players before.
Twix and ClassicK, yes, we have actually viewed both of them, so it should be very cool to see how their play goes.
And I believe ClassicK was a Zerg player, right?
Yes, he played in a Zerg versus Zerg between Ecstatic, and he did a great job of holding off an early aggression. Albeit he did, the aggression did literally self-explode on himself. But even if the Banelings didn't just sneeze and explode, he still basically would have held that off that attack.
Yeah, that was so saddening when all of his Banelings were just on the ramp and
just they all exploded.
It didn't do any damage.
Mm-mm. It was saddening, I'll admit.
But we are going to be on OMGYUMYUM, which I believe with the MOG version there are only cross-position spawns. Is that correct, Gavin?
You can still spawn close by air, I believe. Just like ladder OMGYUMYUM, you cannot spawn close by ground.
You can never spawn vertical.
The biggest change with MLG maps are that they do have a supply depot blocking the low ground ramp.
And we have another ZVZ matchup. That's going to be awesome. I like ZVZ. A lot of people don't like it. To play at least, but I like to watch ZVZ. It's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because one little thing, like sneezing and accidentally exploding all your Banelings, can cost you a game.
Man, we're not gonna forget that, man. I'm sorry, but
Never.
We're not gonna forget that. I'm sorry. But it's the mistakes like that that make you, lose a lot.
I believe the players are ready. So if you're ready, Gavin, I'm ready. And
I'm ready, Rars.
We'll get this going, bro.
Game start 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are observing a Zerg versus Zerg with Twix as our green Zerg and ClassicK as our blue Zerg. Twix will spawn at the bottom left, while at the top right we have ClassicK.
Now this is in the best of 3 semifinals of the OMGYUMYUM Platinum Diamond Week 3.
Yep, I'm Gavin, and I'm co-casting with my awesome partner, Rars.
Hello, I'm Rars.
I just realized this is like the second time I've named myself in this cast.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, we're unknown, we're disembodied voices for the most part. But that's okay, because we're awesome disembodied voices, and we will cast an awesome game between these two players. They are spawning very far apart, so any aggression is going to be just sort of, just won't be as effective. Yet, it is ZVZ, and when I say some aggression won't be ineffective, I could be completely wrong and this game could end in 7 minutes, for all I know.
ZVZ is such a, I wouldn't say luck-based, I would say it's kind of random. It's like, if one person goes roaches and the other person goes banelings, then the banelings lose.
A lot of Zerg players refer to it as a coin flip. I don't really think it's a coin flip that much. It's really just the fact that you have to be really good with a scout. You can't let your first scout die. You just need to find a way to sneak in there, see what tech they're going. If you try to go for an early win, you can see yourself getting shut down by roaches. However, if your timings are slow, then banelings rush up your door. You just really need to keep an eye on your opponent. You need to keep that Overlord spread really good too.
And the spawning pool for Twix is about 10 seconds ahead of the spawning pool for ClassicK, but his gas is much later than ClassicK's.
First spawning pools are about to finish. Twix is going to finish 10 seconds earlier, and he doesn't have enough for speed just yet. Sorta tells me he's going to go for roach play.
It's interesting. Twix just made a spine crawler right in his mineral line. I think he's scared of early Zergling aggression.
And he should be, because even though it's a huge map, you just never know. ZVZ's very sporadic. It's a very volatile matchup. He's doing a very good job on his building placement too. You can see that both of them are directly hugging the hatchery, and that's just so Zerglings can't just run in. The spawn car is greatly placed. It's not as if it's going to obstruct the mineral gathering that much, because later on he can just simply move it.
And Twix does have a roach horn down, but Classic went for a very fast Evo chamber. Why would that be?
One, he's using it to help block off. He's not going for roach tech, so he wants a second building there just to help, make sure Zerglings can't do run-ins as easily. He is going for speed, and he's going to put an expansion down with that, so he's going to have a very mobile army. Because it's such a big map, roaches just have so much ground to travel before they actually reach your base. So if you watch your mini-map effectively, you're watching with your overlords, then, you just spawn as many Zerglings as you want to counter all the roaches. Now, obviously, there's gonna be a point where there's so many roaches, no matter how many lings you have, you're gonna get shut down. But that's not gonna be anytime soon, and by then, ClassicK will be sitting in these two bases for, long enough to have a very adequate counter set up.
And a very fast +1 melee coming up for ClassicK. I guess if he's gonna get an Evo chamber, he wants to use it.
Absolutely. That's the other bonus part. He's not using a roach horn to wall off like Twix is, so he is going to just take advantage of the Evo chamber while he has it. Twix is actually just going to sit on these 5 roaches and expand himself, although the expansion for ClassicK just finished. We should see a drone transfer soon. I don't know, we'll see. Yep, there it is. Has a bunch of Zerglings, just keep that mobility, like I said. Spinecore coming out as well. Both players are just going to sort of sit back and relax on this one. Now, we do have a definitive Harvester lead from ClassicK because he put this expansion up so early and hasn't been spending as much money, because obviously Zerglings don't cost as much as roaches. And he does have 11 Harvester lead now. 12 Harvester lead. Twix needs to just... He has the amount... He can just... in this early game, he can just wall off with these roaches and just start droning up, but ClassicK's had the idea for a while now. Any aggression... Twix has a very good amount of roaches, so he could just move in and win right now. However, because the map is so large and the Overlord placement is so important, he has Buzz on August, so he has complete map control. He can see everything. The roaches are going to be fairly difficult to kill with because there's so many Zerglings that could be made. He could put down some spine cars in reaction. Although that's not, normally something happens. Spine cars take so long to build, it's not a reaction thing. Because of the distance on this map, he could dance around those Zerglings for quite a while and hold those roaches off.
But ClassicK has double the drones that Twix does, so Twix has to decide right now to either attack or to just stop making units and start making drones. Because
you're right, he is still making units. He's making 8 more Zerglings right now. I think he's just gonna go in and try to kill him right off here. We do have a bunch of Zerglings coming out for ClassicK. Like I said, he's throwing down that another spine crawler in reaction. He has a lot of Zerglings coming in. He's going to have to... okay, now, here's one really cool thing he's doing. Like I said earlier, he's going to dance around in the middle of the map with these Zerglings. He obviously can't get... he's letting his Zerglings die. He can't let him do that.
There's a
the
run
Zerglings
by.
just sort of need to stall.
The ClassicK is just going to run by into Twix's main. Twix has to rally some Zerglings back to his main and hope to hold it.
This isn't actually a good thing because ClassicK definitely doesn't have enough spine cards to handle this. I don't believe that was a great choice. Twix just sent a bunch of more Zerglings to handle that up. There are no more army units for... Wow.
Premature GG?
No, not exactly, because all the Zerglings in the main were killed by Zerglings just spawning in Twix's main. He let his army split off into spine cars. There was no way that... I guess you could say ClassicK just got a bit greedy with so many drones. Is the best way to put it. Wow, that was a very...
That was interesting.
Yeah. That would be the first match of this best of 3.
I guess
That
as the
said,
saying goes,
ClassicK.
you live by the drone, you die by the drone. Boom.
You can't repeat maps, right?